have organized a panel discussion on AI transformation, challenges and opportunities for international business incubation. We have invited several experts from the AABI community who will share their perspectives on how AI will be reshaping our business landscape and the potential
Recording
that it
in
holds
progress.
for business incubation processes. The panel will consist of 2 keynotes and 1 interactive session. And let's get that exciting segment beginning now. For the first keynote, I would like to invite Mr. Andrew Wong, the chairman of E3 Capital Malaysia, to share his perspective about the business landscape in the AI era. Mr. Wong, if we can please have you on stage.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me to deliver the first keynote. Thanks AABI, of course ISBA, and of course the most wonderful organizing committee in T-Hub. It has been a pleasant day for all of us, especially those who are attending the AABI General Assembly. So, when I was asked to give a keynote about AI, guess what was the first thing I did? Anyone? So I asked ChatGPT. So I asked ChatGPT and said, what should I be saying? So welcome to the era of AI. So I'm deeply honored to take this opportunity to keynote this session, particularly because this is a very, very exciting era, very transformative. And I'm not talking from the perspective of the technologies, because I'm not, but I'm talking from the perspective of a user and a business practitioner, and how AI, how do we view AI to be in the coming future? As Trudeau says, the Prime Minister of Canada mentioned, the pace of change is accelerating, and nowhere is more evident than in AI impact on the business landscape. I believe it's very true today. It is very, very relevant, because this is actually a mega trend. 25 years ago, Bill Gates wrote in a book in the 1990s, Business at the Speed of Thought. And this is he discussed how business and technology are integrated. We started to see that, right? The birth of the internet coming in, and of course countries like Malaysia, India were actually rushing through to have that kind of, aside from USA, the kind of technology dominant. But AI is entirely a different ballgame. It is disruptive. It's a disruption. And like it or not, today, whether you are in a traditional business or you're in tech, AI is central in our world today. We can't avoid that. But of course, we can embrace it, right? So, but the most interesting part is this. AI actually moving on. AI started to accelerate when ChatGPT came into play. That's the birth of generative AI. But AI had been around 30 years ago. Way back in 1990, I was playing with AI as a solution provider. So we use AI for what? Predictive. We use AI to predict stock market. That's what I did. We use AI to predict bank fraud, traffic, congestion, and all this means because what we can't do with our human mind, we actually use AI to do it. But those days, 30 years ago, it's not the kind of AI that we are seeing today. And of course, from 30 years, right, and to now, it is projected AI will be $1 billion industry. So as you can see over here, by 2026, it should be exceeding $207 billion. So it's a huge market. Everyone is going into AI. Every single tech company is also looking into AI. I don't blame them because that is the trend. How do we capitalize that? And moreover, sorry, I didn't use my script because there's a lot of data to be involved. So, in the period starting 2010, there were only 240 related AI fundraising round, and that time technology was just starting. The AI tech was just starting. Okay, but it started to accelerate beginning 2015, and for the last decade, AI deal volume achieved almost 4 times in the last decade. So the tipping point is again ChatGPT. When ChatGPT was unleashed, then considered one of the pioneers of AI, the whole world suddenly woke up. The whole world suddenly talked about AI, generative AI. And today, a lot of technology based on AI start to spring like flowers. Let 1,000 flowers bloom. So this is very interesting. Okay, this is very interesting. And what I like about this is that in this artificial intelligence, AI started with over 2,000 funding rounds in this sector. As of 2024, September last month, AI funding round has reached 3,684 year to date, and it's on track for 5,000 at the end of this year. Hence, different industries are adopting AI right now. You can name that, it's all listed in there. So every aspect of industry is using AI. So that's back the question. Are we there? Are traditional businesses looking into adopting AI? Are we helping businesses to adopt AI? So we have a role to play, not only just as a technologist, but as a technologist that is going to be impacting businesses, impacting the global economy. The core aspect of AI is data. So we have reached that data part in the early part of 2000. Then, now the advancement of AI came in with better algorithm. The days of my 30 years ago playing with AI is so much different from today's AI landscape. So we are living in very, very interesting time because AI helped to turn a company with nothing to become very, very competitive. If only you can leverage data and AI. And the fact is, digitalization today enables the fastest proliferation of data and AI at the same time. So if a company is not leveraging on digital for it to grow, it will be left behind. No, it won't be left behind. It will die. You will see the death of companies because of the changing transformative trend of AI. AI make a difference in our life today. You ask yourself, how many of you uses AI? If you are an academic, let me ask you again, if you are a lecturer, How many of you uses AI to prepare your lecture notes? Anyone? Show a hand. Oh, there, I see one of them. There you go. So AI is no longer just for business, but it's also for personal. Every part of the world is already using AI. And that reminds me, how many of you watch the show Star Trek? Star Trek? Who is a Star Trek fan here? All right, just a few of you. Okay. So Star Trek was the futuristic science fiction. Right? It used to be a series, then it ended up becoming a movie. And Star Trek, the next generation, you have this humanoid called Data. Right? And Data has no feelings. But Data uses his algorithm to process millions and millions and millions of data. And he became smart. And everyone relies on him for certain decision making. And that's exactly what's happening in our world today, when we also will rely on data and AI for our decision making. Okay? So these are the companies that actually leverage on AI. 30 years ago, we have no such thing as autonomous vehicle. Today we have, and thanks to Tesla. And Netflix uses AI to predict what the next show you're going to watch. So every day we are users of AI. Okay? Every day. And of course, AI is the opportunity. Then we come to an ethical dilemma. Right? You have ethical AI, data privacy, is it safe? Right? Data security, trust, etc. So in the end, who owns AI? In Malaysia, our government actually, I won't call it mandate, but in a way coerce us to put our personal data into a government system. This data has 50 questions we have to answer. That includes our family history, our income level, any loans that we are taking, anything. Right? Why I use the word coerce is because the government is intending to use targeted subsidy. A lot of Malaysians, day-to-day needs are subsidized by the government, including oil, petrol, okay, sugar, welfare, etc. So they want to prevent the top 20, right, from actually misusing government subsidy. So they developed this system called PADU, P-A-D-U. And this is where AI happens in there. The government is using all the data that we have put in. Altogether, I think there was about 10 million data. 10 million people that put their data in that centralized system. So that begs the question, is it safe? Who owns AI? Government? This is a very important question because he who owns AI and he who owns data will become the most powerful man or woman in the world. So then, aren't we going into the world of total recall? Right? So we are facing an ethical dilemma here. How we want to solve it, I have no answer. But the fact is this, we are still early days. You and I may not be the ones experiencing it, but imagine 50, 100 years later, we may live in a world of total recall, we may live in a world of humanoids, right? And Revenge of the Clone, Star Wars, that will happen. Okay? So that's a very interesting thing. How AI affect the future of work? Can AI replace humans? I would say to a certain extent, yes, but not everything. Jack Ma used to say, AI can do everything. Yes, except one thing. AI, they don't have a heart. We have. We have feelings. We have heart. Okay? AI cannot replicate that heart. Okay? That's important. I find personally AI is useful for me because as an incubator expert, where I've incubated more than 10,000 entrepreneurs, there's a lot of knowledge base in here. How can I put this knowledge base into something, an expert system, where my entrepreneurs just need to go in, key in their problem, and pound, the answer is there. They don't need me anymore. This work can be done by AI. Yeah, in some way it's useful. Okay, it's useful for people with knowledge. And I think we should use AI in a more humanistic way. How AI can support our own growth, personal growth, business growth, right? Life growth. Okay? So, in a way, AI will replace humans, especially in supporting roles. AI does better. And we are living in business. What matters most for a business person is efficiency, productivity, because that will determine your profit. So if we use robots, we use AI, use robotic arm for manufacturing, for decision making, for analyzing data, where our human minds are limited. This is where AI will replace us. But AI cannot replace the heart. So we have to upskill ourselves. Upskilling is very important. But how can we upskill millions of people? So that's a question that our government will need to think about. So AI for business. AI improve innovation. AI improve governance. Okay? AI improve personalization, as well as AI provide autonomous system. In a way, the entire business model of our business has to change. So no matter what, we have to put AI in our business model. There's no two ways about it. Because again, 30 years ago, we talk about the knowledge economy. We talk about, information economy. Today, we talk about knowledge economy. So it's totally two different eras. We are now in the era of AI. Closing thoughts. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. We cannot avoid AI. It's not an option anymore. Big, small, traditional tech businesses, you need to use AI. Okay? But instead of wallowing how AI is going to affect us or impact us, we should be looking at preparing ourselves for AI. Put AI into the central of our business planning, because there's no way to avoid it. There's no way to say, no, I don't need to use AI. What's most important is preparation. Prepare for it. Because when you prepare, right, when you prepare and when you do, that's where opportunities are open. There are 1,001 opportunities that's available. And it's no longer just a local economy opportunity. It is a global economy opportunity. And that's why we as incubators, we have a job to do. We have to prepare our incubatees to be AI efficient, to practice and prepare themselves for AI, whether they are tech or traditional businesses, because the world depends on us now to educate them about AI. Thank you very much.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to my Startup TV.